Yes, I'm on YouTube, like Supercell. How you guys doing today on YouTube? We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm glad you all are here, but today we're gonna talk about the new Negroes. And the new Negroes, again, Black people are going to be absorbed into the population of the world. So in the future, you're not going to see very many Black as far as, you know, American, what they call American or American Black or Indigenous. I prefer Niglet. You got Negro, Native American. They got a whole bunch Moors, Hebrews. They got a whole bunch of names. Um, but so this is the new Negro, and I want you to see these Asians. Now the Asians, one of their specialties is they're able to mimic and copy. When they used to send products over to Asia, they would take a product and just duplicate it. They're the masters at that. Each race of people have their own gifts, or each ethnicity or group or nationality, whatever. Each group has their own gifts. Anyway, but the Asians are able to, like, if they like something, they can, master it in mimicry. So we got these young Asian ladies, and they're, what we would call Asian thoughts. But they're about to put on a show for you all. So let's just take a watch. Now, so again, now you all know, you Black people, that you all can't compete with 2 billion people. So you know, if the Asians want to, they can take it all over, because you all can't compete. It's just the numbers is too great. They got 2 billion over there. Y'all got 40-something million over here. It's just not gonna be enough. I'm sorry. But these Asian girls, and again, they got body too. Now, normally, back in the day, Asians didn't have no body. Now they got curves and hips and butt and all this. So I'm just letting y'all know now, if they come for your spot, it's over, because they don't listen. They got the discipline, they got the hustle. They don't have the racial hangups. They don't. I'm telling you, y'all gonna lose. So this is the new global citizen. I told you, everybody's gonna be Black. So we're gonna play it again. I don't know, something about it being Chinese or whatever language they speaking, it makes it seem a little less ratchet. I mean, they doing all the ratchet stuff, but in Chinese it just don't seem as ratchet. But I imagine they saying all the ratchet stuff just in Chinese. Nikki said the nails told it all. Meg the Horse did a song with an artist in Japan. Yeah, so again, Meg the Stallion doesn't even know what's even going on. She has no clue of what's going on. These people are able to take what you do and master it. So they can dance like Black people. They got the soul food. Let me show y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? I know. You think I'm playing? I know. I got something for you. Y'all think I'm playing? I know. I think I'm playing.
like I talk it. Walk it 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 like I talk it. Hey, walk it like I talk it. 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 Hey, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Take my shoes and walk a mile, something that you can't do. Hey, big talks of the.
So as y'all can see, they got it all down. Listen, they got, because what y'all don't understand is they're studying you all. Y'all are running around just being reckless, listening to white liberals, listening to the bliggity y'all. So y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all just running amok. They're sitting back and they're taking notes. They're studying you all. They're seeing where you all have failed. They're seeing where you all have succeeded. So they're taking notes. They're going to be a better version of you all. That's why I told you all to stop being black. Because when you're black, you can be controlled. Think about it. These people way across the world can emulate you all down to a science, then clearly you shouldn't want to be black. You shouldn't want anybody to be able to mirror everything you do down to a science. But I'm just saying. Let's continue.
The town, big boy gang moves. I like to walk around with my chain loose. Chain. She just bought a new ass, but got the same boobs. Whipping up dope scientists. Whip it up, cook it up. Get your respect in diamonds. Ice. I bought a plain Jane roller. These niggas bought they fame. I think my back got scoliosis cause I swerved the lane.
This Chinese guy that gave himself an afro. Now, again, they love you all's culture. They love it. But the difference is they're able to indulge in your culture as a pastime. Meaning when they go to their grandparents' house or whatever, they don't do all this stuff. But I'm just telling you all, if ever they need to pull from a talent pool, they can go to China and pluck them out. There's just too many people. If you watch the Olympics, you're seeing more Chinese sprinters. I'm just telling y'all. So again, this is the new Negro. This is the new Negro. And guess what? They're smart because their culture believes in education. So even though they might walk it, WOK, like you talking, walk it like you talking. Even though they might walk it like they talk it, they still will have their education. Whereas you all, when you all walking like you talking, y'all end up dead, prison, strung out. It's not good. So
heard you, Sanjo.
So, and again, I'm gonna be going back and forth to show you all where they're going to succeed and where you all are going to fail. And again, it's all part of globalization because they want a global citizen. Now, this is how you all used to be.
To a Christian, we don't believe that you can have a theory of God based on color.
When I look at Joseph H. Jackson, he argued that to the extent that the white man doesn't give you a job, it's incumbent upon you to build your own businesses and to hire your brother and your sister and your neighbor, that you aren't begging someone else for a job. And so he didn't only talk about this, but he exemplified this. There were a bunch of sharecroppers in the South who were getting cheated. Jackson was the president of the National Baptist Convention. The convention bought 400 acres of farmland in the South. They allowed these black sharecroppers to work the land for free. And to the extent that they raised money for their crops, they got to keep and pocket that money so long as they were saving that money to buy their own farmland. So they can move from sharecroppers to farmers and not have to depend on anybody else for their daily bread. The convention, under the behest of Jackson, did many of these things. Now, the reason why I bring up Jackson in comparison to Martin Luther King is because, as you know, Ebenezer Baptist Church was under the umbrella of the National Baptist Convention. Martin Luther King, fresh out of Crozer, very young, very ambitious, wanted to move the National Baptist Convention into a new, more radical, if I can use that word, social gospel, and to get away from the kind of fundamental gospel that Joseph H. Jackson and his ilk was preaching. He wanted to be the president of.
Now, what you'll find, and again, because Negroes don't read or study history, they're always doomed to repeat it. So even though Chad is telling Delano Squire what's going on, even though he's showing him Reverend Jackson versus Dr. King, even though he made a comparison, Delano Squire is still going to hold on to King. So now we know that it's not about information. It's not about truth. This is something spiritual. This is spiritual wickedness. Now, I know when I say spiritual wickedness, it sounds like it's bad, but understand this. If you see the truth and you reject it, that's being wicked. So if you see Joe Biden on TV and he can't talk, and you say, I'm still going to vote for him, that's wicked. I'm not saying you got to vote at all. I'm not saying you got to vote for Trump. I'm just saying if you see Biden on TV and he can't talk and you say, I'm going to vote for him, that's being wicked. So if Chad is sitting here explaining to Delano Squire that they had this at first and then King came and wanted to go a different direction, what is the different direction from black folks getting their land? Think about it. What is the other direction he wanted to go? So if King comes in there and says, listen, what you all are doing, giving people their land, that's cool. We want to change, go a different direction. What is that direction? I guarantee it's not owning land. I guarantee it's not being independent. So when Delano Squire hears this, automatically he should be convicted because it's the truth. And the fact that people aren't convicted by the truth anymore lets you know that the Antichrist spirit is already here. You should hear the truth and immediately be convicted by it. When I say convicted, I mean be convicted and submit to the truth. Like, I accept it. Let's continue.
Of the National Baptist Convention. He was overwhelmingly rejected, and it got pretty contentious. Someone was pushed off a stage and died. Someone from Martin Luther King's little ilk pushed this young man off the stage and he died. So
now the first time MLK comes to a meeting at the Southern Baptist Christian Leadership Convention, the first time he comes to a meeting, hope I said that right. But the first time he comes to a meeting to bring his new ideas, somebody dies. Think about this now. Think about discernment. Think about wisdom. Think about King showing up. Nobody's died before. And as soon as King shows up and says, I want to go a different direction, I want to lead you all, somebody dies. The Bible says that God always gives us a way of escape. So remember, anytime you're facing something that's very detrimental or great peril or whatever, God will always give you a way of escape. So that means that when that man died, that should have been a sign for everybody in there that that guy right there isn't the one. And then when the woman wanted to kill him because she said that God told her that he was going to destroy the world through communism, that should have been another sign. Black folks got many signs from MLK. Many. And it's not that black folks didn't heed it. It's just that black folks had a choice to be righteous or wicked, and wicked just seems so much more appealing. You know, wicked is like soul food. Righteous is like all raw fruits and vegetables.
it got pretty contentious, and they ended up kicking Martin Luther King and his friends out of the National Baptist Convention. This was before his face was plastered on Time magazine and all the rest of it. So what they decided to do at the suggestion of Stanley Levison was start a new Baptist convention which would rival the National Baptist Convention. So they started the
the National Baptist Convention versus
National Baptist Convention. Would start a new Baptist convention which would rival the National Baptist Convention. So they started the Progressive National Baptist Convention. Of course, it didn't take off. It didn't do anything. So they started this Southern Leadership Conference. And then they moved from there to the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. So the Southern Christian Leadership Conference was the result of the fact that Martin Luther King and his campaign was not popular to these Negroes in the South as much as Joseph H. Jackson, who was a continuation of the kinds of things that Booker T. Washington talked about. The advance.
So again, right now, Delano Squire should be connecting the dots, because what Joseph H. Jackson stood for was in opposition to what King stood for. So if Joseph H. Jackson was doing things the righteous way, then that means by default, King is going to do it the unrighteous way. We've been taught since children, since birth, that there is a such thing as a gray area. And the gray area almost always prompts you to give people concessions when they don't deserve it. We say that, okay, it's not hot, it's not cold, it's right there in the middle. People tell me all the time, they say, Blanche, it's not that cut and dry. Actually, it is. Actually, it is that cut and dry, because either it's going to edify God's kingdom or it's not. Actually, it is that cut and dry. In God's world, it is that cut and dry, because God says that you are neither hot nor cold, God will spit you out of his mouth. You're an abomination to God. So what we see is Black people being abominable, not by birthright, but by culture. Because Black culture likes to stay in the middle. It likes to be decadent, then hops back in the middle. It likes to try to be good, then hop back. So again, it is that cut and dry. If Joseph A. Jackson was doing things right, then that means by default, King was coming to do things wrong. This ain't rocket science.
Advantage that Martin Luther King and his ilk had that Joseph H. Jackson did not have is that the media basically swarmed around Martin Luther King. They made him larger than life. Stanley Levison, who was a phenomenal publicist, he's the one who lined up the interviews, who was able to mobilize the media to put cameras in front of the civil rights movement under the behest of Martin Luther King, and the rest is history.
Now, nobody ever thought that if the media is covering MLK like they were, how do you have a narrative of racism? Like, King was invited everywhere, allowed to speak everywhere. I mean, I'm just saying. Malcolm X too. I mean, think about all those folks back in that time period. If America was truly racist, then they would try to silence those individuals. They would silence them. They wouldn't give them any media coverage. Okay, I'll give you an example. I haven't gotten any new followers on my account, technically, in 3 years. Which means Metaverse is saying, I don't want people to hear or see what Blanche is doing or saying, right? This is what Metaverse is. Metaverse, YouTube, all these platforms, Google, they all got together and colluded, and they said, we don't want people to get the truth. This is what it, so, and I believe that my account is still up under that old algorithm of, you on lock. But my point is that the system, when they don't want your message to be spread, then they take measures so that your message isn't spread. But when it comes to all these Black leaders, they didn't do that. They put them on Front Street. They put them on magazine covers. They put them on talk shows. They interviewed them. They gave them platforms. So it's funny to me that in our generation, when you tell the truth, you get silenced. But in their generation, when they were telling the truth, they got promoted. Just make it make sense. Now you get silenced for the truth, but back then you got promoted. Something's not adding up.
Life, Stanley Levison, who was the advantage that Martin Luther King and his ilk had that Joseph H. Jackson did not have, is that the media basically swarmed around Martin Luther King. They made him larger than life. Stanley Levison, who was a phenomenal publicist, he's the one who lined up the interviews, who was able to mobilize the media to put cameras in front of the civil rights movement under the behest of Martin Luther King, and the rest is history.
Before I speak on Stanley Levison, let me just see if he's Jewish. Let me just see. I mean, I know he is. I just want to just see. I just want to just make sure. Yep. Just wanted to make sure. Anyway, so again, the Jews talk a lot about, you know, being persecuted, but there's also a flip side to their rhetoric. So on one hand, they're persecuted, but on the other hand, they're at the helm of all these agendas. I don't know how we reconcile with them. I'm just saying, they're only telling you one side of the story. The world's against us, but the flip side is y'all have been ahead of all these wicked agendas. So I'm just saying. And that's not anti-Semitic. It's just the truth. And they brag about it. Let's continue.
Who are Christians, we don't believe that you can have a theory of God based on color.
When I look at Joseph H. Jackson, he argued that to the extent...
That's what I wanted. Let me play it one more time. Okay.
We don't believe that have a theory of God based on color.
When I look at
what he said right there was so profound. He said, we don't believe that you can have a theory on God, a theory of God based on color. So in other words, a person's skin color can't help them better understand God or help them get closer to God, because God's no respecter of person. So even insinuating, even implying that you being a certain color puts you in a better grace with God goes against God's word. Because what you're doing is you're calling God a liar. Because God's no respecter of person. What you're saying is God is a respecter of person. And if God was a respecter of person, then he wouldn't be honorable. How could he be? If God was a respecter of person, how could he be honorable? If God would pick this group over this group based on this group looking a certain way, how could God be honorable? That would make God racist. Well, you always say, well, the children of Israel, what about them? Then I'm going to say, what about Christ? Because by faith, the Jew and the Gentile, by faith, the heathen and the Gentile can be saved. You see, back then, it was based on birthright. But in this covenant, it's based on what? Faith. Because the Bible says that it's impossible to please God without faith. So that means that the children of Israel were not pleasing God. You know why? Because they weren't operating off of faith. They were operating off of lineage and legacy and birthright. It's not honorable. It's never honorable if you don't earn it. Write that down and put on your refrigerator. It's never honorable if you don't own it. If you don't earn it. Blackjack, I couldn't add all the names because it said you only get 50 characters. So I should have put, instead of etheric, I should have put hotel. Let me see if I can still do it. Yeah, it won't let me do it. I'm going to add Hotep next time. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. But let's continue, Let's continue. So that's how you all used to think, that you couldn't create a theory on God based on color, or a theory of God based on color. So now let's see where you are now. Let's see where you all are at now. Y'all see your Moors right there? Hold on, let me go back. So that's where you are. So that's where you are, where you all are today. You know, but let's get back to this global citizen. Oh, hold on. Let me give y'all one more example. Where you all?
Motherfucking well, so I get my money on, and I ain't playing, and it's gonna anything goes. Yeah, I've been waiting for hours. You feel me? We will not be here. I ain't going nowhere fast by my return. I need. No motherfucking well, so I get my money on, and I ain't playing, and it's gonna anything goes. Yeah, I've been waiting for hours. You feel me? We will not be here. I ain't going nowhere fast by my return. I need.
So as you can see, when they put the microphone in front of somebody black, it's either going to be something like this or talking about racism. I'm just telling y'all. So they got y'all down to a science. But let's go back to the global citizen.
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bentley spray fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you.
Look at the technique they're using. Even their technique looks more sophisticated. I'm just saying. Because when they're studying you all, they're going to be applying their culture to what you all are doing. So even how they're even doing the hair, it just seems like more artistic. When y'all do it, it seems autistic. But when they do it, it seems artistic. It's a little joke.
Heard. Crack up the foreign, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young girl don't want that, they working my nerves. I'm about to pull some serve.
This man is twisting the fake hair and shaving it. Dear black people, you all are going to be replaced. This man is taking the synthetic hair and he's shaving it down so that it's, I'm sorry, y'all in trouble.
Fucking this bitch like a perm. Smack on the back of a perm. Ice, the bird. Shitting on all you little turds. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no heads, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt. I'm in the beat with P-Litty, QP.
What are y'all gonna do? Because you know what makes them so dangerous is they'll speak fluent Chinese but rap in English. They'll speak fluent Chinese and sing in English. They'll speak fluent Chinese and dance in English. I said it, dance in English. You know, Chinese, they be like, you know, they be dancing like this. And dance in English.
I love my bitches, it's pretty, they showing their titties, is up to the ceiling. I let her run through $1 million, I rock with her really, let's fuck on $1 billion.
Now, you already know that the Asians, now, most businesses you see over here are ran by Koreans. So like most, if a Korean, if it's a wing spot, Korean. If it's a restaurant, Korean. If it's even a soul food spot, Korean. So I'm letting you all know now that it's not just the Chinese, it's the Chinese, it's the Koreans, it's the Japanese. So y'all got to contend with 3 groups of people. It's going to be tough, black people. It's going to be tough. Let's see the technique again.
Young girl don't want that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bentley Smurf fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid.
This man done blended 2 types of hair together. Listen.
Don't keep in my word. Can't be my equal, don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young girl don't want that, they working my nerves. I'm about to pour some syrup. Fucking.
This man is doing this for each individual lock that he's making. Look at the work that goes into each individual lock. Well, I didn't include the other Asians because they're looked down upon. So I kind of figured that it'd be easier for the Chinese, Japanese, and Koreans. Those are the top 3 in Asia. The rest of them are considered on a lower level as far as like Vietnamese, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Philippines, all that. They seem, I'm not saying they are, I'm saying that's how they're viewed over in Asia. They're viewed, you know, lesser than. And all the hair come up from over there anyway, so y'all know. And again, this isn't a cultural appropriation. This is a genuine appreciation for you all's culture.
I see trees of green, red lotus too. I see the moon, lonely and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Now listen, this man is in China, wherever they are. And I guarantee he can play that trumpet. He can. So again, this man has studied Louis Armstrong. Now, Louis Armstrong is one of you all's greats. That's black excellence, an ancestor. Y'all don't pay him any reverence. Black folks don't pay Louis Armstrong any reverence. The Chinese say, you know what? We're going to pay him reverence to the utmost. We're going to learn his language. We're going to learn the language just to pay him reverence. We're going to learn how to play instruments just to give him, like, it'll be somebody in China that loves Little Richard. They're going to learn how to speak English, get their hair done like Little Richard, and play the piano just to pay reverence. Not to get any money, just to pay reverence. Because their culture is built on honor. Your culture is not. Your culture is not. Their culture is built on honor. So they can't turn the honor off. That's their culture. Their culture is to honor, to pay reverence. You all's culture to destroy. It's billions of them and it's millions of y'all. Play it again.
I see trees of green, red lotus too. I see the moon, lonely and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
So again, what happened is that you all had a culture, you all had a global stage. Now, what gave you all the global stage was the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement put Black people on a global stage. That means that was you all's opportunity That wasn't no music. That was somebody doing karaoke. It kicked me out of my life. These people are so stupid, man. They're so dumb. These people are so stupid and so dumb. Somebody singing Louis Armstrong. Now, Angie Monroe says, you do not see the dark complected Asians if they don't exist, but you accept blackface. Again, we gonna make this, make it plain. So we got a newcomer. So in all societies, there's a internal ranking of people. So in America, for instance, you have well-to-do blacks and you have very, very impoverished blacks. The well-to-do blacks don't fool with the impoverished blacks. Matter of fact, one summer, I was with my uncle, my cousin, his wife. We went to her family reunion in Alabama. The first night we're there, we're having a meal at a country club resort. Nice resort, we're having a meal. And so the other family members that aren't the well-to-do family members tried to come in and they got stopped at the door. They got stopped at the door by their own family. Y'all can't come in here. My uncle saw what was going on. He got up and got mad and said, let these people in, their family. So what I'm saying is that what you all attribute to race, every human being does it. It's part of human nature. So again, let's get back to culture, not race. The culture is to honor. That means, Miss Monroe, if you go to China, they're going to show you honor and reverence because they don't want you to walk away and see their culture as less than or bad. So if you go to China, Miss Monroe, they're going to honor and respect you because that is their culture. Now, my question is, when you go around the bliggity blacks, are they going to respect you? That's the question. That's what you should be asking. Not what the Chinese are doing. How do black folks in America who see you every day, how do they treat you and reverence you? Let's continue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Karen, this is what I gotta go through. I can't even use the bathroom. This woman is stop it. What's your name?
Now, this is Black American culture. And I'm gonna show you all some videos of how Chinese respond. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Queen.
You just have to purchase something.
My friend is purchasing something.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. You are physically stopping me from using the bathroom, Queen. You are physically stopping me. Should I sue you? Do you want to lose your job?
Yeah, I'm not.
Karen, make this go viral, King David. I'm trying to use the bathroom. This woman is physically stopping me. What is you doing?
No. Please, leave.
What is you doing?
You have to purchase something.
I have to pee, so you want me to pee outside?
You can do whatever you need to do, but you have to.
Keep this on camera.
I need you to leave.
I'm using the bathroom, okay? Keep this
Go.
on camera.
You gotta go.
I'm not leaving.
You gotta
bro.
go. Come on.
Please,
You gotta.
Now, this is what you call standing on business. She got everything going against her. He done called her a Karen, which is a racial slur. He done called her a Karen. He done physically pushed past her. He's not patroning their establishment. They got the camera out. They gonna call her racist, which they did in the comments. She has everything against her, but she's standing on principle. This is the separation between Black culture and most other cultures. is this right here. She's willing to get assaulted. She's willing to lose her job just for the principle of you not being able to come into this restaurant and use the bathroom, because if I let you use the bathroom, I got to let everybody else use the bathroom. And if you know something about black culture doesn't respect process. It doesn't. It doesn't respect the fact that if I let you do it, Pookie, I got to let everybody do it. So she's standing on business with everything against her. This is called real bravery. He called her Karen, accusing her of being racist, all that. She's standing on business.
No, she stopped me. She want me to take a piss outside.
I'm not saying what you have to do. Don't talk to me.
And after he bought
and now the woman comes, and again, this is the burden that decent white people are going to face from here on out. Her boss comes and she's siding with him. I'm just telling you all what's going on. The white person that has principles, morals, and standards, that is a believer, is going to be put through hell from now to the end of time. And truth be told, white people are the racial majority. Well, Jews are the racial minority, but whites are second to them. So the racial minorities in the world are Jewish people and white people. So there aren't that many white people in the world. It isn't. If you look at most continents, people of color. Isn't it funny how there's way more people of color, like 7-something billion more people of color than white, but yet all the people of color want to be around white people? Think about that. The world is mostly people of color, yet everybody is fighting and risking their lives to get into countries that are ran by white people.
Hey, after he bought everyone out of this after he on King David, I'm trying to pee.
I just need you to purchase.
I gotta use the back. I'm finna whip my shit out on King David. I'm finna whip my.
Yourself, please.
Now he say he finna listen. Now she's standing on principle. Now he say he gonna pull his member out in front. And she said, if you go purchase something, you can use the restroom. Now we all know they ain't bought nothing. We all know he has not bought anything in this restaurant. All he has to do is go buy something he can use the restroom. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll say, if I purchase something, can I use the restroom? They'll be like, no, go ahead, go ahead. Most of the time, folks will be cool because you asked. Most of the time, people will be cool just because you asked. You just showed respect.
You in my way, I'm trying to be on King David.
So this guy's very famous on Instagram. His name is, I forgot his name, but he's an internet personality. He's, what's his name? I forgot his name, but y'all might know who he is. But he's, what's that boy's name? I don't remember. Hey, Blanche, the guy with the fake fire story from your live Saturday night is a wannabe rapper who has been trying to get put on for 8 years. Guess his fame window is running out. Richard, can you please give me his name? Please give me his name, Richard. American Man's Little Jigaboo. Yeah, he was looking for a viral moment, of course, just being foolish. Being foolish. Being foolish. But let's continue. Let's continue. Now, this young lady, I decided to follow her on TikTok. She actually has great content. I'm gonna let you listen to it though. Let you see it, brother. Hold on.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good.
How are you?
How are you?
So good. So you're from England, right?
Yes.
It's cool. I'm super love England. I want to go abroad for studying, especially for master or PhD in future.
Okay. 你的专业是什么？
My major is computer science regarding artificial intelligence, especially for the finance or biology. Yeah.
厉害。你很
Oh,
聪明。
No, your Chinese is so good. I think.
谢谢。
Why do you know how to speak Chinese well in China?
没有，我开始学习韩语4年了。
Oh, it's so yeah. I think you're so very well.
谢谢。
Yeah, have you been to China?
这个年我想去中国。
Oh, isn't a Chinese city called Chengdu?
不知道。
Yeah, I can advise if you come to China. That's my hometown.
So again, they got y'all believing that these folks is racist. But again, their culture is built on respect and honor. So when you learn their language, you automatically get 1,000 points. You automatically get 1,000 points because you took the time to learn their language, and they know their language is difficult to learn. I'm gonna play it again, and it's funny when you watch these videos. She'll be speaking to them in Chinese, and they'll be answering her in English. Their mind isn't even registering that she's speaking Chinese. Then they went, wait a minute, you spoke? Watch, I'm gonna show you again, watch.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good.
How are you?
How are you?
So good. So you're from England, right?
Yes.
It's cool. I'm super love England. I want to go abroad for studying, especially for master or PhD in future.
Okay. 你的专业是什么？
My major is computer science regarding artificial intelligence, especially for the finance or biology. Yeah.
厉害。你很
Oh,
聪明。
No, your Chinese is so good. I think.
谢谢。
Why do you know how to speak Chinese well?
You see how the whole mood changed? You see how the whole mood changed? Now, she's an attractive young lady, but again, just like you know it's not based on race. She does this all the time with these Chinese guys. And when she starts speaking Chinese, their eyes light up. You know why? Because they know if she learned the language, what else did she learn? She learned the culture. You understand? Are the dots connecting now? If she's learned the language, she's learned the culture. And if she learns the culture, then my family's going to accept her. I don't care how racist the family is. When them grandchildren come, all bets are off then. Everybody, they don't turn them children away. They don't turn them children away.
China?
没有，我开始学习韩语4年了。
Oh, it's so yeah. I think you're so very well.
谢谢。
Yeah, have you been to China?
这个年我想去中国。
Now, you think that if this boy brings this woman to his parents' house and the whole family is there, and she walks in that house and she's speaking, and she goes to she walks into the house and she goes to the elders and she greets them in Chinese, and y'all think they're going to look at her race over that? You're crazy. You're out of your mind. Granny might have a heart attack. If that girl come in the house and start speaking, man, you crazy. She'll shut the whole house down.
Oh, isn't a Chinese city called Chengdu?
不知道。
Yeah, I can advise if you come to China. That's my hometown.
You heard what he said. I can advise you. In other words, when you come into my town, and I will show you around. Listen, listen. If you all think that a man is going to pass up a good woman because of the color of her skin, you are crazy. You are out of your mind. He's not going to do it. He ain't going to do it. He going to tell his family, this is what I'm picking. She look good, and she know the culture and the language, and she look good. You crazy. Ready to take her right home and risk it all. He might walk in there, man, come on. But this is what they do, though. They convince black folks nobody wants them. And that's how they operate. They convince black people that the world looks at everything based on color, and it's not true. It's about your culture. Does black culture mesh with the rest of the world? The answer is no. That's why they're putting you all on the global scale. So they can get all these young folks to emulate you all's culture. That was a Freudian slip. You said talk about SB 1414. I think I know what it is. Is that about the notifying the parents about changing the gender and all that? Let's go to another one. And again, this is nothing new. American soldiers would go to other countries and do the same thing. This is nothing new. It's not.
Hi.
From?
England. You?
China.
China. 你住在中国？
Yes, I live in China. I'm Chinese.
是中国人。
What, do you speak Chinese?
可以。对。
What?
Do you see how and what y'all don't get is, this is what y'all don't get. The repulsion that black folks were having, it wasn't because they were black. It was because of the culture they brought. It wasn't their appearance. Being attractive is being attractive. Even babies know who's ugly and who's not. The babies know that. They've done studies. Even a baby that has no kind of social programming can look at somebody and say, hey, you ugly, or gaga goo if you look good. Even the babies know. So they told you all that it was based on you all being black, and they lied to you all. It's based on you all's color. Culture. It's not your color. It's your culture. This young lady is brown skinned. And as soon as she starts speaking Chinese, these men's whole mood changes. And like I said, even the babies know who looks good and who didn't. Some of you all looked at a baby and you wonder why they cried. Well, now you know.
Hi.
Hi.
From?
England. You?
China.
China. 你住在中国？
Yes, I live in China. I'm Chinese.
是中国人。
What, do you speak Chinese?
可以。对。
Why?
什么呢？
为什么呢？我的天，
明天我想去北京。
真的吗？
真的。
This girl said she coming to Beijing. Listen. If you all have a righteous culture about yourself, if you're respectable and you got honor and dignity, 99.9% of the world is going to embrace you. They lied to y'all, black folks. They lied to you. They told you a lie and you believe it. They said that the whole world was against you based on the way you looked, and they lied to you. It was based on your culture. And what you all should have done is you all should have rejected that culture and got one that mirrored Christ. These men are breaking down because, again, they're not looking at her skin color. They're looking at her beauty. She's attractive. See, what y'all want to do is, and this is what black folks like to do. Black folks like to force people on people. You want to force to make, no. I remember when the lady, y'all seen the Me Too lady? Let me go to the Me Too lady. The founder of Me Too. Well, the founder of Me Too is actually, I think the original founder is actually somebody that's white. But when I saw the original member of the Me Too, original founder of the Me Too movement, I knew it was cap. So y'all can get mad all you want, say bland. When I saw the original founder, or hold on. Can y'all see this? Make it bigger. Can y'all see her? Y'all can get mad all you want. You can get upset, say Blanche, no. Who sang that song? Was it the Stylistics? Who sang Have You Seen Her? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? When I saw her as the founder, I said, no, it's cap. Cap. You can get mad. Ain't nobody Me Too'd her. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. Y'all see Ninja Turtles. You got Bebop, Rocksteady. Which one is she? I don't know. But when I saw this woman, I said the whole movement is fraudulent because ain't no way. Ain't no way she got Me Too. I don't care what y'all say. She didn't get Me Too. Get mad all you want. You say, Blanche, you wrong. I don't care what you say. Ain't no way. This woman was seeking to ruin men's lives. Seeking the shy lights. Okay, thank you, Blackjack. Seeking to ruin men's lives. So again, ain't no way. Ain't no way. There's no picture that she's taken where she looks any different. She don't. Maybe she look all right. Oh, shoot. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Say KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. But let's get back. Let's get back to business.
Guess I learned it from my.
Oh no.
Hello，什么
Wow, so beautiful.
哦，
You're
谢
here.
谢，非常感谢，
谢谢。
非常感谢。
你会说中文？
我会说汉语。
哇，你的头发为什么是这个样子的？
我的头发什么
你的头发为什么是这样子的
？Big, huh?
So again, and then do a race. Why?
我长得，我看一下。Hello.
什么？
Wow, so beautiful.
哦，
You're
谢
here.
谢，非常感
谢
谢，
谢。
非常感谢。
你会说中文？
我会说汉语。
哇，你的头发为什么是这个样子的？
我的头发什么？
你的头发为什么是这样子的
？Big, huh?
Her channel's excellent though. Like it's just hilarious to see these guys. You know, she starts speaking Chinese, how they just start hearing wedding bells. But my point is to show you that they told you all everybody hates y'all, and it's a lie. Some of y'all may just be ugly, or some of you all may just have poor culture. You know? What is this right here?
Bring the population right to the point of
so
parents, that true love starts with friendship. A kiss on the forehead, a date night, fake an apology after a fight. I need a man who's patient and kind, gets out of the car and holds the door.
Let me cut the music off before they give me a copyright.
I guess I learned it from.
So this is her Chinese friend, and she wants a new look. So I decided to do knotless braids for her because it's protective and not painful. Now look now. She excited about this hair. She feels honored. Listen, dear black people, look at this picture. If you just were walking by, or she had a little bit more of a tan, it's gonna be hard, and y'all in trouble. Because you know when they get with black men, they learn how to cook soul food. You know that, right? They learn how to cook all that stuff. When they get with black men, they go and study all the culture. So you might wake up one day with some chitlins. Oh, I had another video. Oh, I forgot it. Oh, I had another video. Oh, I had a good one. Oh, it was a good one. It was so good. Oh, I forgot, y'all. Oh, shit. It was so good, y'all. What is this?
Breakfast with me and babe.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Dr. Now. And baby girl got her a guest. And look who it is. Good old Monster Finger.
Okay, we have in sausage.
Uh-huh.
Pancakes.
Okay.
And baby whipping up the eggs.
I don't want them goddamn eggs. That nigga claw all in that bowl. Them probably ain't even no regular chicken egg. You ain't get them from the store nowhere. Wherever them eggs came from, their parents were killed by them goddamn talons. Baby girl got her a griddle. She about to get her Waffle House on. That nigga ain't got no personality.
Alright, this is the butter we use.
When it come to food, you ain't did shit smart or balanced.
I know y'all be asking.
I can't believe it ain't butter. See what I did there? Oh, how romantic. Y'all about to make a breakfast for 22. 20 for you and 2 for Monster Fingers. Now I can't believe how much not butter you putting on that goddamn griddle. You did not put that on there balanced or smartly. Okay, time for the pancake. Or pan cornbread. Pan biscuit. Well, we can't see that other pan biscuit. I got a feeling. Yep, that's baby girl pan biscuit. And that must be Monster Fingers.
Yeah.
No.
Pancakes pro style. Tell me.
You know it?
We don't know nothing.
Yeah, that's the pancakes. We finna do our eggs.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. It don't count using an alternative product if you're gonna use the alternative product in mass quantity. So if you're using, I guess, olive oil butter, it don't count if you're using the whole tub to make your meal.
Grease it up a little.
Grease it up a lot with it. I can't believe it's not butter, smart, balanced fat grease.
Yeah, baby. I'm gonna pour out, baby. Finna whip these jumps up.
Boy, I hope ain't no fingernail in there.
Yeah, I finna see. You ready, baby?
Fuck that. That spoon tainted now. Boy, I wouldn't even hit a blunt you roll. Imagine that nigga tearing up the bud. It look like a goddamn horror movie. You wasting that egg down that hole. She'll get that later. I'm starting to think Monster Fingers slow. Okay. Some more eggs? That's the whole goddamn cotton. Oh, I forgot. Monster Fingers must have had a good hunt. How many eggs y'all gonna goddamn cook? That shit ain't even scrambled. Y'all up here making an egg omelet with just eggs. As much as y'all eat, how the fuck y'all don't know how to cook? Look, she making sure that nigga don't lose shit.
Come back for part 2.
Nah.
So we can show y'all the finished results.
The results is a whole lot of big backing. God damn, more eggs. Well, it's crazy it take you 2 parts to cook the breakfast. It'll only take you 1 goddamn video to eat it. Well, I guess at least you eating some regular.
Do y'all hear this dude? Do you hear this dude narrating? He said it takes y'all 2 videos to make the breakfast for only 1 to eat. This guy is on TikTok and Instagram. He pretends to be Dr. Now, and he does these videos. But again, we know that black men will sleep with and date anything, no discretion. So if a woman is obese, handicapped, blind, crippled, it don't matter. She can go to a black man. Matter of fact, I've seen it personally.
Breakfast food.
They getting that shit.
He ain't getting nothing. He need to get a job. Papa John's Pizza. We'll hire anybody.
Oh, yeah, I remember that show, Vic. They look just like them dinosaurs, don't they? Look just like them dinosaurs. So this guy, I think his name is Julio Hennessy. Yeah, I think Julio Hennessy. But again, black culture. Black culture. I didn't even mean to play that video.
OMG, I never noticed. Thank you for this brand new life-changing information. OMG, I never noticed. Thank you for this brand new life-changing information. OMG.
I just grabbed this because the person looked Chinese with melanin, with more melanin. Let's see if I can find the video I wanted was the I didn't get it. I didn't get it, you all.
Don't show it. But they're and remember this too. The Asiatic face, by the way, comes from the San people from South Africa. You saw the way Mandela looked like a black Chinese man?
Yes.
That's where all Asians come from. The San people, who are the oldest people on the planet from South Africa. Those are those Bushmen, but they look like black Chinese.
Right.
That's where the Chinese look comes from.
With the clicking
With the
noise.
click. That's where the Chinese come from. The San people in South Africa. That Asian look is black.
So
he just don't.
She thinks she looks Asian.
Show it, but they're and remember this too. The Asiatic face, by the way, comes from the
Now you know she thinks she looks Asian, which is funny to me because black folks claim to love their features, lips and nose, but somehow they get so enamored to be Chinese or to look Asian.
San people from South Africa. You saw the way Mandela looked like a black Chinese man?
Yes.
That's where all Asians come from. The San people, who are the oldest people on the planet from South Africa. Those are those Bushmen, but they look like black Chinese.
Right.
That's where the Chinese look comes from.
With the clicking
With the
noise.
click. That's where the Chinese come from. The San people in South Africa. That Asian look is black.
So what I find funny is that black people claim they did everything, but ironically, they're going to be absorbed by everything. Isn't that funny how black folks claim to be everything, but eventually they're going to be absorbed into every culture? Of course, she don't even look Chinese. Oh, listen, I apologize I didn't even realize he was even saying a curse word. Honestly, I didn't even realize he was saying the GD. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I didn't mean to. I wasn't even paying attention to him talking, saying that word or phrase. Now, this man did a double take and had to come back because he saw him using chopsticks. It's never been about your skin color. It has been about your culture. Black culture tells black people that they are better than everybody else. You don't have to learn their culture because their culture came from you. This lady said that you're awesome. Are these people being racist? No, they know if he's able to use chopsticks, they're going to put two and two together. If he knows how to use chopsticks, then he understands our culture. And if he can speak Mandarin, he respects our culture. Let's continue.
这个筷子用也是够厉害的了，一般筷子用不起来。
谢谢。
你在这里待了很久了？
我待了快到5年，
哇，
就2019年来。
哦，那么厉害！你是哪里的？
我是英国人。
英国的。
对啊。
哦，难怪这么厉害。
那么在这里进去啦。
嗯，对。
哦，英国的。
厉害厉害。
谢谢。
好吃吗？
真好吃。
下次再来啊。
当然。
Now they're gonna tell the whole neighborhood we met a black guy in there. He could use chopsticks and speak Mandarin. They're gonna be like, huh? What? The next time they go to the whole neighborhood gonna show up when he in that restaurant. Watch. Again, it's not about race. They lied to you all. They told you all that how you behave doesn't matter. They lied. They told you all that how you act and behave doesn't matter. They lied to you all. That woman said, you're awesome. Please come back. That man said, impressive. You can speak our language, use chopsticks. You understand our culture. Like I said, you get 99% of the battle won. Let's continue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What is this video right here? What is this?
Okay, well, that's you. But on the other hand, me? Oh, I'm gonna turn up.
So I'm gonna show you again.
Okay, well, that's you. But on the other hand, me? Oh, I'm gonna turn up. And me? Oh.
She got the lashes. She already got the hair. She got the ankh. She got 3 religions on there. So she fitted right in the black coat. She got 3 religions on her body. I'm just telling y'all, you got competition. Now, you wouldn't have it had you been like you were back in the past. It couldn't be imitated or emulated. But because you all didn't, what you all have now is black culture, anybody can mimic it or duplicate it. She got the mannerisms down. She got the talk, the walk. She gonna get the BBLs because y'all done made BBLs popular. See, back in the day, women got BBLs to emulate black women's bodies. Now black women are the face of BBLs. So now you all, ironically, made the BBL acceptable. So now your body don't even matter anymore. Think about it. Your body don't matter. Your melanin don't matter. Like you made yourselves irrelevant. That's what pride does. Pride blinds you. JV Chanel said, my friend is Vietnamese. I've only seen her date black men. Now, Blackjack said most of them flat. They ain't going to be flat no more. Black women have made it acceptable to get a BBL. So now these Asian women, if they got breasts, all they got to do is get the back. I mean, it ain't hard. I'm sorry. It's not hard. This is black people's fault. You made yourself duplicatable. That's a word. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go back to, what is this right here? What is this? this. I'm sorry. Here goes you all's culture.
It's 20 years. And he was lady from Germany. The name is Diana. This is like a present. She's 75 years old. She told me that he look for Kenyan men to do just holiday together. We do in a midnight, morning hours. Then he give me money. Then I spend with my family at home. I have my Kenyan wife. She know about Diana, and she's not, jealous with the Diana. And she's happy because they send me money. Then I spend with my wife at home. Every month she send me 300 euros, and I solve my problem. For my kids, for sisters, I pay to school, food. So we are living on this local village, and our village there is no any industry. So our industry it's like on the beach. It's not easy because they want to spend just. So now even if I get another one, no more. Now just what I have, it's enough.
So he's sorry like the American black man. He just is sorry. He don't work. He sleep. The white woman sends him 300 euros a month, which he living his best life, taking care of the whole village almost. He don't work. He's not building a pyramid. He's living off of the white European woman. His wife is in on it. So this is who we always give reference to, Africa. So I like showing you all a glimpse of what is really going on. And he said, I could get another one, but she gonna want to have too much sex. So I'm just cool with this one. Because with this one, he only gotta sleep with her when she comes into the country. If he gets another one, she gonna want the sex too. It's too much. But I was told that this is the cradle of civilization. Ancient Kemet, the pyramids, the first language, mathematics, science, all this greatness. And he's been reduced, him and his family, to living off of a white woman. He is a prostitute. That's what he is. Prostitute. But see, they don't show you this part of Africa. They don't show you this part of Africa. What would this man be doing if this white woman wasn't sending him 300 euros a month? What would he be doing? He taking care of his sister. His children are in school. All his needs are met. They live in their best life. Nobody's hungry. What would he be doing without the racist white woman? That's what I thought. He just told you there's no industry in the village. It's only on the beach. There's no industry in the village. Go watch some of these videos with these men in these villages and see how many of them actually work. Let's continue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Okay, so people keep asking that I do the different type of black girls. So here I am. I'm just gonna jump back into it. So they all try to, when media play, they try to act like we're all her. That's what they try to act like. But there's so many different groups. We're not a monolith. Here we go. So this the ratchet black girl. I don't need to get into detail of that. Y'all already know. So the serial baby mother, she normally has, I would say 3 or more kids by different baby daddies, can go up to 5. A lot of people think that she looks nuts, like sloppy, but she actually normally, when I normally see them, they always look pretty good, normally pretty slim or whatever. Her looking nuts is like the evolved form. That's like her in 20, 30 years. But initially she got to get more kids, so she ain't gonna look too nuts. Got the country black girl. She called you sweetie, called you sweetheart. That's okay, baby, in a way that makes you feel really good. Normally could cook really well or know exactly where to get some really good food at. You have the Christian black girl, the ones that, love God, fear God, super into it. You got the Muslim black girls. They have their own sub-community, things like that. I call these the bonnets. You'll see them with a bonnet in and around town normally. They normally wear this a lot, smoke a lot of weed, long-term boyfriend but no ring. Normally wear this like 98% of the time, kind of like really down, whatever, regular job. There you go. You got the bad and bougie black girls. So, and you also have the elegant high class black girls. Okay, so I have these two together because they're both really high maintenance. They both have a lot of maintenance, like they get their hair done, they get their nails done, they get their lashes done, they get facials, things like that. But they're completely different groups, okay? Like she can actually be a variant of her. But these girls are like trendsetters. Their outfits are normally like trendy. Their outfits are normally classic. They can go to a lot of clubs and hookahs. They can go to a lot of high-end restaurants. She can go to a lot of high-end restaurants. So they move kind of the same, but they are very different. So she can do like high-end tea, things like that. She's going to have more of a classic style. She's going to have more of a trendy style. So yeah, these groups are both the same, more so in maintenance, but as far as like the way they talk, act, and the places they go can start to intermingle, but not the way they talk and act don't intermingle. They talk and act totally different, and the way they dress is different. Okay, so we have the alt black girls. So she could be listening to a lot of rock music, usually dates white guys, things like that. Capitol Hill black and the activist liberal black. Once again, these two aren't mutually exclusive. So let's say, for instance, she goes more the logistics way. She more goes like through legislation and things like that to get change. She's more so like outside on some Antifa energy, wearing all black, things like that. So they kind of have the same heart, but they're two totally different people, okay? Like she can have a lot of her in her, and that's not really her style thing.
So what she's doing is she thinks that she's separating black women, but in actuality, they're all the same. These women are all the exact same. They have the same mindset. They have the same thought process. The only difference in these women is how they interact socially. They're the same, but their social interactions are different. And my question is, can this be duplicated? This list that she has, can this be duplicated by another group of people?
Or normally isn't. Straight up witch. I'm always surprised by the people that are beefing with her. Because I'm like, how did that happen? How did you get in a beef with a straight up witch? And I'm talking like a straight up one. She's going to be putting sticks outside your door, casting spells because you said something or whatever, just straight up witch. Straight up witch black girl. Earthy black girl. This, she normally third eye open, chakras aligned, meditation. Sometimes they're vegan, things like that. This is her evolved form. And I say evolved form because normally when I see the older black women that were this, now they're playing in community gardens and things like that. We have the serial entrepreneur. She normally has like multiple different businesses. When you ask her what she does, she'll give you a vague answer and then you got to buy her course. The course is really going to break down what she actually do. You need to get that. Okay, that's them. Military police black girls. We have the nurses. I laughed about this because they really have their own subset culture thing. They have their own thing going on. So black nurses need to be on there. You got the bookworm black girl. She's into a lot of books. It could be romance, mystery, or whatever you call it. We have the white Oreo black girl. So the ones that are really faithful to the craft of being Oreo, they don't want nothing to do with blackness. So they don't talk black. They don't have black friends. They don't date black men. They separate a lot from a lot of their black family members. Maybe only their mother gets to get in, if that, because I've even seen it where they'll disown the mom, start to separate, but they're completely separated from blackness. They are black causes, issues. They are like fully committed. Just because a black girl doesn't have any ebonics or no, I say a little seasoning in her voice, doesn't mean that she's this, but there's some that are professionals, okay? And then last but not least, we got the anime nerd / gamer black girl that sometimes cosplays. It is what it is. And that's it.
So I thought she did a good breakdown, but I played that video because the same way she's able to analyze all the different categories of black women, right? So is everybody else. And so everything she's showing you is able to be duplicated. Now, some of you ladies that are on this panel right now don't fit into those categories. Again, like I said, those black women pretty much have the same kind of mindset, with the exception of maybe the alt girl may think a little differently, or maybe the girl that's the Oreo, or maybe the cosplaying girl, maybe. But for the most part, they all think the same. It's just their social interactions are different. But the Oreo that she explained had the most sense. She said, I'm gonna stay away from y'all. So you're right, Imagine No Color. She had the most sense. That's what I thought when I heard. I was like, yeah, she got some sense. I'm gonna stay away from y'all. Well, you know how they feel when she said, I see them disown their mother. You know that's cap. Ain't nobody disowning their mother. Meghan Markle had her mother in Buckingham Palace. Meghan Markle had her mother in Buckingham Palace. I don't want to hear none of that foolishness. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna end on this so we can conclude today for Black culture versus the new global citizen.
Came in my inbox was like, what did you do for the black community? These shirts right here called Imagine No Colors. This is what I did. These colors have been killing black people for years, and you guys wouldn't show up. This is my brother who was shot and killed by 2 black men at 22 years old. Now let me show you what I do. What I did. I went to the youth jails and I would speak to those kids. I was in the newspaper. I marched in Sacramento. We had fundraisers. We marched in LA. You couldn't get people to come out. You couldn't get black people to come out. It was more Latinos protesting about the murders than black people. You couldn't get those black people come out. And you know what else I did? I had all these pictures printed, and I would bring the actual victims. When I go to those schools, I would lay these out on the table, and I would show you the victims that was murdered in your community.
Now, they never talk about, and this is Imagine No Colors, they never talk about the victims. They never talk about the victims. I want to put her page up real quick. And so what she did was, she said, I'm going to give you all a face to the victims. I'm going to give you all a face to the victims. And so when these people are talking on TV, they make you believe that these deaths aren't tragic and they aren't affecting generations. Notice they always say, well, white people, it's foolish. I'm just putting her name up here so you can see it.
Black folks, y'all didn't do nothing. So let me show you some pictures. 16 years old, murdered. 2 sisters, 15 and 20, murdered. And y'all, and this is in the black community. 45-year-old murdered. She was murdered in Arizona. 19 years old, murdered. Where were you all at? Why y'all didn't flood the street? 24 years old. I protest for everybody. 44 years old, murdered. 22 years old. 21. 17. 20. 19.
Just think for a second. Think about all of these black people dying from homicide. And the black response is, but white people. No concern for the mothers, no concern for the families, no concern for the community. What about the teachers that teach these children? What about the pastors and church members? What about the collateral damage from someone being killed? What does it do to the community? And these people, you can't hear me? You all can't hear me? You should be able to hear me. But they don't even bring this up. And I heard somebody on a video today say she was arguing about having an abortion, and then she had the audacity to bring up gun violence in the black community. I'm like,
These two was murdered in LA. They were 18 and 20. They were sitting in a car and the gangbangers shot and killed them. Where were you all at? Why didn't y'all flood the streets? 5-year-old shot and killed by gang. 22-year-old. 7-year-old. Where was you at? Why y'all didn't flood the street for this baby like y'all did George Floyd and Nipsey Hussle? What happened? Y'all say y'all care about black people.
Do y'all remember 2 years ago, there was a guy, and I think he had disrespected a rival gang member's gravesite, and they saw him in the drive-thru with his daughter at McDonald's. And do you know that these men, 27 bullets went to where his daughter was sitting in the back seat? 6 years old. 27 bullets went to where his daughter was in the back seat. And so when she's asking about these babies, you would think that black folks would get at least outraged about the babies. They would at least march about the innocent. Black folks don't care about these children. Black people tore the country up for George Floyd. And at the same time they were marching, there were literal babies being shot and killed. And they got the audacity to ask her what she's doing. I'll tell you what she's not doing. She's not hiding the truth, which is what you all are doing. She's not hiding the truth because she doesn't want to look bad in front of white people. That's what she's not doing.
I got so many pictures. 22 years old. 21 years old. I will go and protest and I have a lot of pictures. I would go and protest and have all these pictures and the victims that died in your community. Where was you guys at? That's what I did. But I learned that black people don't care about black people. It's all lies. Don't believe them. So you want to do your research, do it. Imagine no color. That's what I did. I would go out and protest and have events. So listen, here's the proof. That's what I did. Class dismissed.
And she is a godsend to the world. She did what most of you won't do, and that's tell the uncomfortable truth. Nobody's supporting her. She's not on a major network. She should be on Good Morning America. Why is she not on Good Morning America? Why is she on the radio shows? Why did Steve Harvey bring her on? Why did Spike Lee make a movie about her? Why does this woman get no reverence? Help me out. She doing something good, right? Y'all said, you said, what are you doing? So she proves she's doing something. Now what are you going to do? You going to support her? No, of course not. Despicable. Y'all are despicable. This woman should have billboards. Imagine no colors. It's a play on words. Imagine no colors, no gang colors, and imagine no colors. Separating somebody based on how they look. Y'all are disgusting. You asking this woman to prove herself. She proves herself, and y'all don't do nothing. Bunch of cowards. Bunch of cowards. Broski Bear says 109 shot, 19 killed, 4th of July weekend in Chicago, but all you hear about is Julio Fulio. 109 people shot on what y'all call a racist holiday. I might do a video just showing how many folks got shot nationwide. Y'all tell me that 4th of July is a racist holiday, but y'all killing each other on the racist holiday. Just make it make sense. You all are killing each other on the racist holiday. Just make it make sense. And then you have somebody advocating against the violence, and you all don't give a quarter. But when it came to George Floyd, y'all gave millions for a dope fiend that was going to die anyway. He had just overdosed in March. He had just overdosed a month and a half before he so-called died from a knee to his neck, really to the shoulders. And his girlfriend told everybody in court that I found out during the overdose that he was also using heroin. So heroin mixed with fentanyl, mixed with pills, mixed with crack equals death. Disgusting. Cruise Missile, thank you so much for the super stick. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Will, Sovereign Morris, Hotep, Hebrew Blanche, your name got me weak. Thanks for the truth/comedy blend. Thank you so much, Will. I appreciate it. Will, the most honorable Sovereign Morris, Hotep, Hebrew Reverend Dr. Blanche. Thanks, Will. EWP, always dropping diamonds. Thanks for your work, Blanche. Stay healthy and blessed. Thank you, EWP. Appreciate it. Thank you. So that's it for today. I love you all. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. Yes, Imagine No Colors. You can find her on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So Imagine No Colors on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I imagine she's on Twitter as well. But yes, you can find her on all the platforms. They are waiting for a police to murder a black person, but put in mind, black police kill black people, but the media would never show that. Exactly. You know. But thank you so much, Imagine No Colors. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Angel Wings, for moderating. Thank you. I guess that's it. I love y'all, and I will see you all soon. Y'all make sure to follow Imagine No Colors. Hold on, let me put this up real quick so y'all can see that. So that's her IG. If you can see it real quick, that's her IG, and that's her YouTube. YouTube is Imagine No Colors, 8447, and she has TikTok as well, Imagine No Colors. Listen, I love y'all. Thank y'all, and I will see you all on probably Wednesday. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Thank you.